Okay, so setup position here now on both these is very, very good. We're not seeing the grip, but for me, as I said to you, the grip's looking a lot better. I think it's starting to feel less strange, which is obviously a positive sign, because it's obviously, you made the adjustment when you first went from here to there, it kind of felt a little bit strange. Now it's feeling a bit more familiar, and you're actually getting there. And the stuff you do where they put the club across your toes, in a week, month, whatever time frame, you won't need to do that. You just grab a golf club, there's a golf club, and you just pick it up, and that'll be in your hands there straight away. Okay, so that's fine. Taking the golf club away now, not bad. Little bit kind of slinky, so you see your hands there, kind of doing that, leaning forward. Looked a little bit kind of rigid and a bit locked. Okay, so and because of that, the club gets thrown over. This one here again on the way back with the head cover there now. The feeling, as we said, is the club to be kind of working more in and around. It's not in to out. It's more of a curve in and around the body. The golf swing is a circle. The club works on a curve like this. Not going to be swinging out there, because otherwise you're called another sort of type of shot. Okay, so as your club goes back here now, this is slightly short, as you can see, because you're kind of working at a length you're more comfortable at. Okay, as that club, sorry, I'm just finishing now, mate, to be fair. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So from there now, as you start coming back down, okay, you see the club face now out and over the top. You can see where that golf club's going to be there.
Yeah.
If the head cover's there, you're hitting it.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen now, if your club's coming across that much, okay, your ball position has to be perfect relative to where your body's moved to. Now, your body's moving in the wrong direction, so you have to try and combine 2 or 3 wrongs to make a right. You might get good contact, but it's going to be all over the place, to be fair in that case. So as the club starts coming back down, you see the arms are working down. You put your left arm across your chest more. Club coming back down now, more in there, just a bit outside, but you see missing the head cover there as the club comes in. If we look at where that shaft is at this point, it's dissecting the ball as opposed to kind of like well over it. Okay, so at least now the information we're starting to give the golf ball now is more of a club in this direction as a club in that direction. Okay, but the thing is, when your grip was what it was last lesson, if you didn't swing this way, you would just leave the golf ball literally going over here somewhere, and you would never play golf again, because it'd be just see right. What's the point? So the over-the-top movement had to kind of be created because the face was wide open. We've changed the club face from last session with the grip, getting more awareness of where that club face is. Now you've got that better. Now we're trying to work on changing the path, getting that club face working more in that direction, as opposed to, say, across there. Okay? I think then it's obviously going forward then, so like in the next session we'll look at and so on. We'll look at a little bit more kind of length in that swing. If you can practice maybe this shorter, kind of 2/3, 50%, whatever you want to decide it may be, then we can build up to longer swings and getting the feeling of how the right arm is going to work back up here a bit further. And again, practice that wall drill at home. So when you swing the golf club to the top of the backswing here, almost like you're scraping the club down the wall. Over-exaggerate the fault that you have with the club too far over here by getting the club too far this way. Like plasticine, you really misshape it, it'll go back to a different shape. You just move it a little bit, it will just go back to its original shape, won't it? So ideally speaking, you want the club here, at that kind of position.
Yeah.
So what feels to you out there, yank it way in there, and then eventually you'll find out in the middle ground. So yeah. Okay? Good bounce.